Hello guys, and welcome to part 12 of making a film score generator. After over 2 months, I am finally updating you on what I have done. The main reason for the long wait was that I spent around a month creating a YouTube video editor, specifically designed for videos on my channel. For many years, people have disliked my previous video style, as my old identity was very ugly and the editing was not very smooth. However, I was discouraged from changing my video style, because the video editor I used didn't have any built-in presets that made the editing look smooth. So, I coded a video editor myself, designed to prioritize smooth animations and transitions. It is still being developed, so the timing may be a bit weird. In addition, I also spent around 2 weeks traveling to the world border on the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft, 2b2t. I only really went back to my film score generator 2 weeks ago. The first thing I did was create the actual list which stored the AI's memories. This would let the AI remember all the chords and all the notes within the chord. Then, the next biggest issue was that the chord identifier sucked at identifying chords, and I didn't know why. After trying and failing to identify bugs in my chord identifier, I decided that the best thing to do was to create a more visual representation. Since I was planning on eventually live streaming my AI on YouTube and letting my viewers train my AI, I was going to have to make a visual interface anyways. So, I made a way for it to display and play notes and chords, and I made a transition screen which displayed the results, and encouraged participation by having a top responders list. I also used TurboWarp's HTTP extension to get live chat messages using YouTube's API. Next, I began debugging the chord identifier. I would choose a random chord memory, and if its notes and chords didn't sound right, I would look into the issue. I automated the process by creating code which plays the chord and shows me the notes that made the AI choose the chord. I eventually concluded that either the chord identifier was interpreting the chord presets list incorrectly, or the chord presets list was incorrect itself. It turned out to be both of them. It is too hard to explain how the chord finder was broken, so I will just summarize it. I would search for 2 intervals, then find it in the chord presets list, and it would use the preset data to determine the chord, except I not only put the wrong presets, but the AI didn't even read the presets correctly. After I fixed this, the chord still didn't sound right. Previously, when the AI couldn't identify a chord at a given time, it would treat all the notes as part of the next chord. However, after a block of time where it couldn't identify chords, there is another block of time where it can identify chords. Because the chord identifier treats the unidentified chords as part of the next chord, it would end up treating both chords as one incorrect chord. To solve this, I made it so that if the AI could not identify a chord, instead of combining the notes, it would wait until it could identify the chord, then it would assume that the block of unidentified chords has the same chord as the identified chord. This greatly improved the chord identifier, but I still can't call it completely perfect. Anyways, I next decided to change how the AI remembers chords. Previously, the AI would remember the relations between 2 adjacent chords in the same list that it remembers the notes in the chord. However, the same 2 adjacent chords could occur more than once. So, I separated the chord relations into a different list. In addition, I also separated the note memories by instrument, because I didn't want the AI to generate exact replicas of the training song. But the AI still needed to remember instrumentation, so I created a new list for that. Furthermore, I decided to limit the relative chord and instrumentation word memories to just happy, sad, and suspenseful, because the mood of pretty much every film score could fall into the 3 categories. To make sure the AI knew what chord lengths to use, it would also remember the lengths of all chords in the relative chord list. Finally, I made a new list that defined the happy, sad, and suspenseful percentages of all words in the note memories. Since I had planned to train the AI primarily through live streaming, I decided to start my first test live stream. I discovered a bug that causes the training agenda to become filled with vocabulary training, and a bug that causes the screen to freeze. In addition, the live stream got almost no viewers, and had terrible engagement. So, after fixing the bugs, I overhauled the interface, adding stems and flags to the notes, music, and sound effects. However, the live stream still didn't get many views, and the people that did view didn't take my live stream seriously. In addition, due to YouTube's live stream latency, some chat messages would be counted for chords that were trained multiple minutes ago. So, I decided to scrap the live streaming, and manually train the AI myself. Within a few hours, I managed to train almost everything, and I was ready to code the actual generation of the film scores. However, I will not include that in this video, because it deserves a video on its own. So yeah, see you next time, and bye.